Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video I will talk about the sleeve machete concept. That is relative new, and I'm in the process to make me 2 test samples to test out that concept, see is it worth it for me in my life. But I did see online there aren't that many videos about that concept, so this is basically part 1, a bit explaining how that system works and how we can get it, and then in the part 2 I show a bit the different steps of the altering of the manufacturing of that item, some experiences that I made along the way, and so on. So what is a sleeve machete? So basically the idea was or is that is coming from Europe and other places where criminals, migrant criminals in most cases, carry machetes concealed. Like in England we see that a lot, despite the fact that many machetes are banned over there, and also in Germany we have quite a bit of crime using not only knives, kitchen knives, but machetes, bigger, longer knives or tools. And the idea was to make a machete, or use the machete in a different way and make it a bit more smaller, more conceivable. May it be to be carried inside the waistband in your pants, may it be on the sleeve of your jacket, the hoodie, or whatever you wear. So there came the concept about a sleeve machete, a shorter machete. It's not a kitchen knife, it's not a survival tool, a bushcraft tool, because of that unique combination of features that we're gonna have a look at in a moment. So what we have here on the front of the camera on the table, I did already make a video about the starting point. Basically it's an Ozark Trail 18-inch machete from Walmart, with the sheet, but the sheet is a different problem. So you can either buy the whole sleeve machete for around $300 online, or you can make one yourself. Of course, again, safety first, always. If you can't work well with metal and so on, don't attempt it. Look around for a friend or family. If you don't find anybody, you can always look with a knife maker in your area that has the expertise and the equipment to actually do that. So what we start with is a relative big 18-inch machete like this one here, and we want to go and do shorten the blade. So we have a overall length from basically that the end of the handle to the tip with 15 inches. What we have there, the edge is around 9.5 inches, so it's going to be all the way to that point here, not where it is right now. The thickness of the blade, you need to have a rather thin blade. In this case we have around 2 millimeter, and that's basically it. So what we have here already on one sample is the handle removed, that cheap hollow chunk of plastic that was on here. So we see we have a full tang, but we don't have a metal over here. So I'm gonna weld on a part over here to form that shape here in metal too, so it's more sturdy. The original handle, of course, you could use that on it as well, the point is the thickness. They have around 10mm thickness, and we want to use a rather thin handle there, like 3-4mm, something like that, to have a more concealable, lightweight option. So what we did here is cut the blade to the length. So we see here the profile on from the black marker, that is just a rough, and then I did cut it with the angle grinder. So as we put that on the real deal here, we have it like this. So you see quite a bit of the machete got cut off. Now as you cut that with an angle grinder, you need to be careful that you don't overheat it, because the material is relatively thin. You don't have to cut all the way through. You can cut about halfway, 3/4 way through it, and then clamp it in a vise and break it off. That all work. Just clamp the one side that you need and bend on the other side. Again, it is a sharp edge from the factory, so be careful. This is just the way how I did it. So you end up with a blade blank like this one, and the next step is now to make a curve here like I have it on the blade with the marker. So we grind that off. Again, we need to cool it. Then we need to give it a new edge all the way from here, all the way following in that point. And you see it's gonna have a rather steep angle of a point, not much of a belly. That's part of the design. Then again we need to weld on here a part of a steel so we can shape it into basically that shape here, just with a new material and thinner. And then we rivet it back on, not with those rivets, that is all new manufactured with rods that fit the holes. I don't know yet if I'm gonna leave the hole here for a lanyard. Quite likely I should. It would be good to have a lanyard hole actually at the end, but we see how the design goes, and that is a test. That's why I do that, and I make the video to share the idea how to make that. Now the price of the machete to start with, in this case, that Ozark Trail is about $7 by Walmart currently, so plenty of cheap prices if you mess it up or if something bad happened with it. It's not that much lost, so I would say that is an economical project for pretty much everybody as well. So then once we have that, of course, the handle material, I need to point that out. Since I have two of them, one handle gonna be a hardwood that I have here on my property, that is seasoned wood that I'm gonna use. It's gonna get a flamed finish, and then it's gonna get a oil finish on it from boiled linseed oil that I like a lot. And the other one gonna have a POM handle, relative inexpensive polymer. I have a solid plate of that POM, so I'm gonna use that. And of course we're gonna put on a bit texturing on top of the surface. You're gonna see that then in the videos. So two versions, one with POM, one with wood. And for the sheet, unfortunately, that cheap sheet that came with it, that was overfolded in the packaging, that will not gonna work, because that would not give much protection or a safe way to carry it. So we need to invest in Kydex. There quite likely it's going to be a overfolded design. I'm going to show that too in time. and with some ways to carry it in multiple positions, as this would be a machete for concealed carry. Of course, once all that is done, it's not that much of a machete anymore, because we have the blade too short and we have no weight in front by the tip, like we have it with a regular machete. So once we alter it, it's actually not in that case a machete anymore, but it's not a kitchen knife in that regard either, because the handle shape is not like that. It's not a bushcraft knife either, because the blade steel, the thickness of the steel is thinner than that what we usually have on such a knife. So it's an interesting mix, and I wonder how well it will perform in certain applications, and that's why I do this, and to test it out. That's part of the freedom here in USA, so we can do that and share the experience online in the video. So that much about part 1 about the sleeve machete.